Hey, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to start off by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Rukakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. And salutations to the hopeful elect brothers out there pushing this truth with all diligence and sincerity. All right. And this isn't the first, scenario that this is happening in. All right. Where someone has described the angels and it's been like some type of formal operative. And I always say formal is a way to discredit them, but all these people can't be crazy or just making it up. Because to have the same account, it says a former NASA research scientist is making explosive claims. So they're explosive. It's explosive because it's contrary to what we've been taught, which is a lie. All right. It says about an alien encounter, meaning out-of-worldly encounter. The word alien just means foreigner. What the thing is that the angels, which guide these vehicles that they're talking about, all right, they're pretty much interdimensional beings because they can go anywhere, based on the spirit, and the technology of the heavens. All right, it says making explosive claims about an alien encounter at an Air Force base. He describes a mile-long ship landing and hundreds of beings getting off that were black race. And hey, like the one guy, it's a video that me and my brother Kazak had seen when we first came into the truth. The one Ephraimite, so-called Puerto Rican. What did he say? He said he was really tall and has very dark skin. And he said, but he wasn't black though. Not black, just dark with the light of hair. So he's really trying to say that, yeah, he looked like the average black dude, man, with an afro, man. All right, he had a lot of, he had an afro. It's basically how the Ephraimite had described him, man. Said he was dressed Western style, meaning he had the fringes, like how certain Native Americans would wear. And that's not for fashion. That's a part of our custom. All right, and that's how the angels dress as well. But it says black race looked like African Americans and were 7 feet tall. He said they had an arrogant look of conquerors. They weren't arrogant. It's not pride. What they had was called the spirit. That was confidence, man. That with faith. Because the angels, man, nothing can stop them because everything that they do is sanctioned by Yahweh Shai, which is unstoppable, man. All right? Just like when the Lord had sent that angel, and he almost destroyed the entire nation, until the Lord told him to stay his hand. This is 2 Samuel 24 and 16, and because I believe the Lord had asked King David, according to what he had did, I think it was numbering the people. Should he send the enemy or some type of famine or some of that effect? And he said, or would you rather I do it? And King David said, I would rather you judge us according to this because we're your people, But it says, and when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem, so a literal angel came down, man. That's how closely the Lord was dealing with our nation. And it's about to deal with us again, man, because according to these times, Michael the archangel is going to stand up, and we're going to need a divine intervention to protect us, man. All right? It says, and when the angel stretched out his hand upon Jerusalem to destroy it, the Lord Yahweh repented him of the evil and said to the angel that destroyed the people, it is enough. Stay now thine hand. And the angel of the Lord Yahweh was by the threshing place of Arona the Jebusite. All right, so we're coming into those times where we're going to need divine intervention, man. All right, the Lord is going to endow us with spiritual power, but the angels are also going to be there. Salaki. This is Psalm 34 and 7. It says, the angel of the Lord Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. All right. So Lord is going to be with us, man, in these dark times. There's going to be an angel that the Lord is going to send, a messenger. Shit, many times, yeah, it's going to be brothers, because those are messengers and angels as well. It's going to be something, you know. The Lord could even put the spirit on a random person to be there. All right, the Lord is definitely going to directly be there with us as well, man. But hey, the Most High is going to send His angels to deliver us, man. It says what the body is, this is where the birds be gathered, you know, the eagles be gathered together, talking about the angels, because it compares them to birds. All right, because, you know, some have wings, you know, some don't, but hey, they all fly, you know. They all have the gift of flight, whether it be by chariot or they have the spiritual power, man. It calls the angels birds in the scriptures oftentimes, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna have divine intervention, deliver us in these dark times, man. He said they were a black race, man. So everything we said was true, and they had to look forth to go forth to conquer, because they're coming to conquer where Yahweh Shai, man. The angels, hey, he has his plans of invading, but the angels about to come and invade the earth, man. And really, they're just coming to take it back from the wicked, man. Not invading anything. How can you invade what's already yours, man? Shoot, now that Zechariah came in my head. I said Zephaniah. Definitely not the Zephaniah, but the Zechariah 5:1. It says, Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof 10 cubits. Then said he unto me, This is the curse that goeth forth over the face of the whole earth. So in these little vehicles, all right, that you see flying in the sky, as Zechariah, you know, compared to a flying roll, all right, and those vehicles are what you would call angels, man. All right, the Mala'akim, Alahayim, all right, messengers of the power, man. All right, angels, man, that have God-like power, all right, that are unstoppable except by Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. And they do everything according to the will of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. As a matter of fact, Psalms. For the sake of time. Psalms. Gotta remember that. Psalms 103 and 20. Actually, I'm gonna start at verse 18. This is Psalms 103 and 18. It says, To such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them. Actually, hold up. This is Psalms 103 and 16. It says, For the wind passeth over it, and it is gone, and the place thereof shall know it no more. And I really should start out to get the gist, but I'm going to just start right here at 17. It says, But the mercy of the Lord Yahweh is from everlasting to everlasting upon them that fear him, and his righteousness unto the children's children. All right, so that's how deep the Lord is going to have mercy upon his people, man, in these times, man. Those that are following him. All right, so vice versa, you know. Who are the angels coming to deliver, and who are they coming to punish? All right. Those that the Lord has mercy upon, man. And it's all according to the Lord's mercy, man, which is just, you know, for him to do such an act. Since to such as keep his covenant, and to those that remember his commandments to do them. All right. And it says, The Lord Yahweh has prepared his throne in the heavens, and his kingdom ruleth over all. So, hey, that's all we got to do is understand that, man. We understand that, we good. That Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai rules over all, man. All right. Let his will be done. All right. And with that, everything else, he'll control. You know, we're going to the Lord's will and graces, man, according to, you know, Lord willing, he has mercy according to his will, whatever is written. But hey, nothing can stop Yahweh Shem Yahushai, man. Nothing can stop our Lord. So we're on the best side, man. We just gotta, endure a tough time. But however the Lord's gonna have it is, if we can't fight against it, we just gotta suck it up. No matter how the cards are dealt, but they can be played to our ability, man. All we gotta do is play our cards right to the end, and you still win, even if you got what you would call a losing hand. All right, there is no losing with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. It says, "Bless the Lord Yahweh, ye His angels that excel in His strength." And strength and do His commandments. So hey, these magnificent beings, all right, these powerful, huge beings that this guy said he could recall, all right, they're all in control according to our power, man. All right, they obey Yahweh Shem Yahushai's will and His commandment. All right, and it says that excel in strength, that do His commandment, hearkening unto the voice of His word. All right, and according to the Lord's word, that He's going to send His angels to deliver His elect, man. Swing low, sweet chariot, man. All right, so all we got to do is hang on. All right. I had read it recently, but this is as Isaiah 31:5. It says, "As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem." Once again, comparing the angels and the chariots to birds, man. All right, because it's just how it's gonna come. It's gonna come by flight, by a salvation that no one ever looked for, nor has ever happened in history, man. All right, the angels led us out of Egypt, but we've never been, not many people have been delivered by a group. You've had a few brothers go up. Yahweh Shai, of course. Who is it? Elijah, Aliyah. Damn, that's terrible, man. We need salvation. Aliyah, but ultimately, and Enoch. All right, but ultimately, we have not been delivered mass majority from a situation via chariot, man. All right, neither has it been forever. For Yahweh Shai, it is forever. Because he doesn't have to come back down here in the reincarnation. He's been perfected. He completed his course. But hey, those brothers that I mentioned, like Enoch, more than likely is back on this earth in this truth. As well as Elijah, man, if not, in the spirit world, they're still waiting, for us to rule, man. We're waiting on the deliverance, man. The day of vengeance is the day of deliverance, and we're gonna see when the Lord puts us in these situations how the angels are gonna deliver us out of said situations, man. It says, "As birds flying, so will the Lord Yahweh of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also, He will deliver it, and passing over, He will preserve it. Turn ye unto Him, from whom the children of Israel have deeply revolted." All right. So that's these beings. All right. These large humanoid beings that look like they were so-called African Americans, man. They're in control. All right. They're under the direction and guidance of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. So it's best for us to be in good pocket with the man. All right. If they're in obedience according to him, man, this guy must be the stuff. Not this guy, man. This king, this power, man. The father of the universe, man. So we're here to, follow the will according to Yahweh Shemi Yahushai, man. Keeping the laws to the best of our ability, yes, but mostly being a brother, being a Yahweh Shai on this earth, man. All right? Taking up the care of the church as Yahweh Shai did, especially. That is the goal unto the end, man. Without thank or reward, because hey, man, we are unprofitable servants. You've done that which is your master's will. All right? But there is a reward for it. But we're working like there's a reward in our physical work, but the mindset is that we're ready to lose on this side. We're not doing this for a gain or to feel better on this side, man. So yeah, that when you come into the truth, you have to understand that. And that's the temptation, man. But this, it says that this is not the world with much glory doth abide. This is not the place. On this side, according to 2nd Ezra, the 7th chapter, all the straight ways were made narrow, but we have to go through this. As a matter of fact, let me end it off with that. This is 2nd Ezra 7:3. It says, "And I said, speak on my power." This is the angel of the Lord speaking to Ezra. Then said he unto me, "The sea is set in a wide place, that it might be deep and great. And put the case, the entrance were narrow and like a river. Who then can go into the sea to look upon it and to rule it, if he went not through the narrow? But how could he come into the broad?" So we have to go on. Hey, man, in this society, it's pretty much thankless, because there's very few that get to die with most of the things that they work hard for. Not to mention, this life is also full of sickness and loss and heartache and pain. All right? This place is really heartbreaking, because, this is not the time for us to be in such glory, man. Everything in this world, even for the heathen, it's pretty much lost. The only thing is that Jake gets that lesson head on, but yet, the flesh gives into wanting, into the desire and the want of things, man. But nonetheless, you got to go through shit to even keep things on this side. How much more heavenly things, man? And much more like those things that you cling your heart unto, you adapt the way that you get to them as a lifestyle, your working habits. Our working habit has to be adapted as a lifestyle. Like, we need this, because it is something we need. All right? Verse 6, it says, there is also another thing. A city is built. So it's talking about the kingdom. This is that city. Really, us being in New Jerusalem, we are that city, but it's talking about how we get to that point of immortality, man. All right? There's a rest set up for us. We just got to continue to get to it. And it says, there's another thing also. There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad field, and it is full of all good things, meaning it's easy and obtainable, and they last forever. These are mortal fruits. All right. It says the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if it were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. So that's talking about this kingdom that we're trying to get to, man. All right? And it was set up via the order of Yahweh Shemi Yahushai on how we get there. All right? Via Yahweh Shai on down to elders and apostolates, down to the proselyte, It's an order of how we get to the kingdom, man. All right? Yeah, because the Lord also brought back all this as a reincarnation, including elders. He brought those things back, man. All right, but going on, it says, the entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand, and on the left a deep water, and in one path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger set before it, and as it says for an inheritance, how shall he receive this inheritance? All right, so Yahushua had to go through it, and if we got to get there, even hey, y'all gotta push on this land too, but you got to go through all this to get here. Shit, that place looks amazing, but yeah, damn, I'll do it. I'll do it. Oh, I think I'll do it. I know I'm definitely not doing it. It's the approach that people go through in this truth, and hey, it's still a walk, man. It's still a walk, but you can't give up before you get there. All right. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion, because for their sakes I made the world. So this is our portion. This is also a part of our inheritance, that we have to go through the narrow to get to the broad right now. All right. Especially Jake, man. Like they say that everything is harder on Jake. But why is that? Because the Lord is hard on Jake because of for moral upbringing. He chastens us. All right, even according to our transgressions. But hey, the Lord does it for our moral upbringing, man, to get us right. All right, but it says, because for their sakes I made the world. And when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now it's done. Because we were meant to rule, but now we got to learn how to rule the hard way. All right. But it was also about orchestrating Yahweh Shemi outside, that we understand these things so that we can actually obtain our kingdom and be righteous judges, man. Not partials. All right. It says, then were the entrances of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. For the entrances of the elder world were wide and sure, and brought in mortal fruit. And that's why things continue to get harder in this world, because the time is almost up. Notice that you work harder and harder, and now the obtaining of things or the keeping of things, it's more of it's more rigorous, But this is all for us to obtain a immortal kingdom, man. All right. It says, and brought immortal fruit. So we're returning unto a world that was like in the beginning, but it's gonna be 10 times better, man. All right. And it's never gonna get to this state of the earth. The earth is gonna grow. It's not gonna get worse in its old state, man. All right. It's gonna be how things are supposed to be, man. All right. But it says, if they then that live labor not to enter into these straight and vain things, because this world and this life is vain, All right. There's no reward for it on this side except the understanding of we have to serve the Lord. But at the end of the day, it comes with a reward, man. The Lord is going to deliver us out of all troubles on this side and deliver us everlastingly. All right. With our brothers, our angelic brethren and our other angelic brethren that fought with us on the highways and the byways, man, that entered into the rest a little bit earlier than we did. All right. The Lord is going to unite us once again, man. All right. They can never receive those that are laid up for them. So this is the only way, man. Like I used to say it on a few of my old videos, man. But like Dr. Strange said in that Infinity War movie to Tony Stark, he said there was no other way. This is the only way. This is the only way to get to the kingdom. There is no other way. All right, you can't go up, you can't go around, you can't go down. And if you do anything, you're just out of bounds. It's only one way to Yahweh Shemi Yahushua, and that's through Yahweh Shai that's doing this work, man. Doing whatever duties that we are to perform until the end. All right? And then it's good for you mentally and spiritually anyway. So, I mean, it does bring a reward somewhat on this side. And the Lord also blesses us. He gives you things that you need. All right? We got an eternity of abundance. So in this life, man, I count all things with done, as Paul said. All right? But, the list kind of went somewhere else, but, hey, through the Spirit, I feel like that needed to be said, man. We got to fight this. This place, it gets to you in every fashion that it can. Satan is lurking. But with that, I'm going to end this lesson off and give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushua, Bahashem, Kakodash, Shalom, and the Bible Ball.